so we can adjust it to
Wow.
100% less administrative fees.
Yeah.
So do you want to read that sentence again, Cecil?
Yep, it would be an insert, appropriate fee, 100% less administrative expenses, of which will go into the restricted landfill closure fund. And then the parenthetical will remain.
And so from time to time, the council would be within the fee reservoir for that for containment.
Mr. President, I'd like to follow up on Mr. Roderick's lead, asking for percentages so we can get a sense of reality on numbers. If you look at the cost of the program to somebody who is unemployed or who is on a very fixed income, the $100 on a $20,000 per year income turns out to be 0.5%. So even somebody who is on very limited resources, that $100 is not a big chunk of their yearly income. It's not a big chunk the way a year's property taxes is. It's a piece. I'm not advocating for keep jacking up the taxes, but it is only a 0.5%. On the other hand, if you look at somebody who is making $100,000 a year income, who is employed, because there's still a few of those around, that's only a 0.025%. To that person who is gainfully employed, the cost of $2 a bag alone, all by itself, is not going to make that person recycle. So you're obviously, with the implementation of this program, you are going to get, I would estimate, roughly a 100% increase in the amount of recyclables collected. But you have to realize, with a certain sense of reality, that there will be some people out there who will say, to hell with it. They will put their bin out with one item in it or totally empty, and they will ignore it. And the only way to get those people to recycle is either to follow up on enforcement of the ordinance or some other, I don't know of any other way of doing it, or you just decide that those people are in enough of the minority that it's not worth the headache of implementing an enforcement program. The other way of increasing recycling for some of those people is, like Mr. Miranda suggested, you do it through their children.
Oh, you can.
You get them to feel guilty when their kid says, hey, shouldn't I go in the recycling bin? And I think that'll go a lot farther than a lot of other things with a lot of people. Thank you.
Dick Hart, Main Road. I just had one thought that I hadn't thought about before. Are these bags going to be taxable at the stores so that we actually are losing another 6% or 5% out of that $2?
You know what? I don't know. And Mr. Lieutenant asked if we have a tax exemption.
Okay, well, Fred, so
We can get
we have Michael from Waste Zero. Michael, you ready for that question before?
Yeah, they are tax. Mike Laporte, I'm with Waste Zero. They are tax exempt. And if I could answer one of your questions on low-income solutions, if you do have a list of low-income people that are currently in distress, we could actually set up a voucher program for them, so that every month we could mail them a voucher, and however long you decided for that person to participate, we go to the retailer and hand the voucher, and they would get their bags. Then the retailer would send it back to us, and they would actually get paid. So we are prepared to do that effectively once the program starts. If you decided that you wanted to do that at a discounted rate, we could also do that. And as Director Bellucci said, it's your program, and we can tailor it to your needs and work with you in any way we can. And I think he's done a great job. The committee has done. It's been great to work with such advanced committee as some of the other towns are just starting. And to answer your question, if I don't mind stating about the bag and a half, actually, it's actually going down. Consumers are actually going into grocery stores and looking at two different items, identical items and ingredients, but the packaging, they're deciding not to buy that one that has all the packaging around it. They're buying the simple package. So the correlation really is, that's truly what people are just becoming more and more aware of what's going to go into that bag. So you're going to find that, you're going to increase your recycling rate probably by 15%. Your reduction in your trash is going to go by 43%. And you're also going to find that the people that are putting linens and clothes that normally could go to Goodwill will start to go to Goodwill and Salvation Army if they're eligible and they're still in pretty good shape. So those are where everybody is becoming more and more conscious as they're going in, knowing that they have to buy a particular bag. They're becoming financially responsible also. And I think that we'll achieve in Councilman Costa 30 days to 45 days. You'll see the achievement. You'll achieve those 43% reduction in your trash, and that's something that Concord, New Hampshire was in USA Today, and they said within the first 30 days they reduced their trash by 50%, and that's something that we didn't come up with.
Can I ask you a question as long as you're here?
Yeah.
If a decision was made to give a free bag, how do you administer that?
And Councilman Boland, I don't think you're going to achieve, and I will answer your question, I don't think that you're going to achieve the numbers that you're going to see if you give away a free bag. Not that I'm against giving a free bag, but some households are going to only generate that one bag and never going to get to that second bag where the revenue is generated and the consciousness of recycling is increased. Because if they know from day one, when they go into that cupboard and pull out that first bag, they have to do a great job recycling, as this gentleman has said, because of the program. I know I have done it. You're not going to get the revenue, you're not going to see the recycling or the reduction in trash, because some people may only generate that one bag a week. And to answer, I'm sorry, please repeat your question. I apologize.
How do you administer?
I'm sorry. We could do a voucher program such as that.
On a free bag.
On a free bag. Certainly mail it out to on a weekly basis. We do it currently now. It is very time consuming and difficult, depending on how many, your 6,500 residents. Sure, we would do that for you. We really believe in the program, and we really would do anything to help you reach the numbers that you're at, to get
Does anybody know how many people we have in that need category?
No, we don't.
Well, we do have a process where people can apply for a certain amount of relief from property tax, and there's a form that they can fill out. I don't know how many people take advantage of that, but there is a hardship process.
Instead of the cost of bag, why don't you just use a plain ordinary printed sticker that they can buy at the hardware store or the drugstore? They use that at Martha's Vineyard. It works great.
If I could address that, if I could, what we're finding against that program, people are going to Kinko's and going and making pirated stickers. They're not. I could give you documentation. I could give you all the documentation to where to support.
Sir, if you're going to speak, you're going to have to come to the microphone, address it. Okay, please.
And what is also, people are participating and they're only putting half a sticker if you're supposed to put it on all four sides. Truly, I can give you all that you need, and I understand that he's saying it, gentleman saying it may be working, but we found that selling against that, people are pirating all day long. You're not seeing, there's no really incentive for you to recycle if you're only doing that one bag. So, and the gentleman.